Looks like it's 7 o'clock. I'm going to get this started. Good morning. Welcome to the March 12th meeting, March 12th, 2021. It is almost spring. And I think that's probably going to be a good thing. Here's our vision this morning. I've noticed that world looks kind of scratched up. I don't know. It's been through a rough time. Oops. Let's see what's happening here. We're going backwards. All right. And our statement of diversity for everyone to remember and think about and act on. And here is our morning sunrise out Romy's window. Thank you, Romy, for sending that in. Please, if you have sunrise photos, send them on in. And I'd like to introduce our guests and any visiting Rotarians. I know people are still joining us, so I'm going to look and see who I see there. I'll start with, we've got a guest. I see Jared is here. Would you like to say hello this morning, Jared?
Hi, good morning. I had a chance to introduce myself at the last meeting, but I just wanted to say hello again, a guest of Ian, and glad to be here. Thank you very much.
Welcome, welcome. And let's see, and Steri, hi.
Good morning. I'm Steri. I'm Secretary of Interact at Idaho.
Well, welcome. And I also see Leela there.
I am Lila.
Oh, Lila, thank you, sorry.
I'm from Interact as well.
Welcome. Welcome. And I'm looking for, there should be another guest here, but I don't see her yet. So we'll see her when we see her. There we go. All right. Welcome, and welcome all of you non-visiting Rotarians, all of us regular folks. It's good to see everybody. Ian already jumped us on this because he went to Pets and he is so organized and ready to go, but don't forget your raffle tickets. And there I do see my my guest, or another guest, when partly seeing you, Cindy. We're seeing you when you're ready. Please introduce yourself.
Okay, I would love to. Thank you. I'm just going to see, where are we? All right, I'm just trying to set this up so I can see all of you. I can't. So I'm Cindy Denbo. I'm sure I know many of you. I'm from the Rotary Club of Southwest Eureka. I'm a former president of the Rotary Club of Southwest Eureka, former ADG, and currently I'm the public image chair for the district, and I'm the public image chair for my club, Rotary Club of Southwest Eureka. And today I'm here as a member of the district Ethics and Business Committee. Thank you, Maggie. Good to see you.
Good to see you. And we can't really see you right now, but you'll have time to get that all organized before you do your presentation.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Cindy.
Thank you.
And I see another visitor, Monique. Would you like to?
Maggie. Monique's actually someone I met through the bank, and so she's attending as my guest. Not sure if she wants to say anything, but
okay. Well, welcome,
Hey.
Monique. There she is.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, I met AJ through the bank, like you said, and he told me about the Rotary Club and just everything that you guys are doing. And I'm a recent graduate from Humboldt State. I studied business management, and I just want to find a way to get involved with my community.
Well, welcome to our meeting, and certainly Rotary is a wonderful way to get involved with the community. So you're welcome here today, and any day you want to join us. It's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. And I see, oh, that threw me off. I see that Hayes is joining us, but I think it's probably Siva. Could be Hayes. All right, guys. Don't forget to get your raffle tickets. And we're going to start with gratitude and recognitions this morning. I think it's a good way to start. And we are going to see if Barbara is here. I'm looking. Do I see Barbara? I don't see Barbara, but she may be coming along soon. So we will jump this and we will go to Cam. If I know Cam is here somewhere.
Yeah, I'm here.
There you are. Good morning, Cam.
Good morning.
So I was going to say that Cam is our March Rotarian of the Month, and I'm really happy about this. When I first said I was going to do this, and I said I'd like people to share either their Rotary aha moments or something about the community or the area that they love, or something about their family or themselves, that it was really wide open, that people could really share whatever they wanted to share. So I'm really pleased that we have Cam today to do this, and I think what he has to share is going to be interesting and thought-provoking. So Cam, it's all yours. I need to stop this bloom from happening. I'm going to stop the share so not to be distractive. So go ahead, Cam, it's all yours.
Okay. Well, thanks, Maggie. In thinking about this, I debated about how I might give the opportunity the proper recognition since I was honored with this. So I thought, I would take a shot at offering a few observations that I've made in the organization in the 50 or 60 years that I've been exposed to Rotary as a son of a Rotarian and as an active Rotarian. So I'll take a shot at it. Basically, I thought I'd talk about Rotary itself, and in starting to look at the organization, it's a tough time right now. The past few years, especially 2021, have been really one of the toughest in our country's history. The COVID, the political divisions, lawlessness, general distrust and disrespect caused painful times for all. So the Rotary organization has most certainly been under pressure from these conditions. Additionally, some of the newest members haven't even had a chance to sit at a breakfast with us, which is one of the fundamental elements of the organization. And as a result, some may be getting kind of a skewed sense of some of the basics of Rotary. So it seems there's good cause to do for doing a little reflecting on the Rotary mission and what I believe to be a few of the most important elements of the organization that have allowed Rotary to make change around the world in so many ways over the past 115 years. Starting out with our mission, we provide service to others, promote integrity, and advance world understanding, goodwill, and peace through our fellowship of business, professional, and community leaders. Our vision statement, these are taken right from the Rotary policies. Together, we see a world where people unite and take action to create a lasting change across the globe and in our community and in ourselves. So Rotarians have a reputation for dreaming big with big results that reach all corners of the world and its peoples. How is it possible Rotarians can, like ourselves, do things like building schools for children whose families have never had an education can learn to be capable of productive members of their community? How can Rotarians like us enter regions of the world to inoculate young children or young members of a family whose lives have been shattered by civil unrest and horrific wars, and still they trust and accept our help and member boots on the ground? How is it possible Rotarians just like us can be welcomed with open arms by Rotarians from all over across the world at Rotary clubs or Rotary conventions in nearly 220 countries, or send and receive high school age students between many of these countries for a year-long exchange, providing the student to experience the lives of others as a member of different households. This is all made possible through the power of Rotary. And some of you may have heard that term, but it's absolutely true. What makes it possible for our organization to be in this position for all these years? Number one is trust in each other as Rotarians. This trust between members, clubs, and governments has been maintained through an incredible commitment of membership to our mission of service to others, coupled with RI policy as a non-political, non-religious organization, allows the power of Rotary to reach far and wide across nations and cultures. Another key element of Rotary's international service capabilities is its youth exchange program. Our club has a strong history of service to youth through this program. As we hopefully return to the exchange of students, I know the club will be ready to participate once again. This is one of the most important programs of Rotary, going a very long way in advancing the organization as a global leader in building goodwill, better friendships, and unity for all mankind. Hopefully, we all can do what we can to support and participate in this program. There are many ways. Join the Youth Exchange Committee, host a student, serve as a support family, engage with students, or become a support to the District Youth Exchange Committee in its coordination of the program for the club, for our clubs. It is one of the most rewarding opportunities in Rotary, and it goes a long way in maintaining the trust and respect between nations, and serves greatly in broadening the capability of the power of Rotary. Maintaining an awareness and respect for Rotary's non-political and non-religious principles has been essential to the foundation and success of the organization. This can mean different things for all of us, but it's the expectation of all members will hold these principles by leaving their politics and religion at the door. During times of change, whether it's local, national, or global, it is essentially important, especially important, that we all keep an eye on the organization's longstanding objectives by supporting the fundamentals to the power of Rotary. So with that, Maggie, I hope I didn't overextend my Rotarian of the Month opportunity.
Not at all. Not at all. Bravo.
Thank you. And thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you, Cam. Appreciate your words and reminders for all of us about the power and the purpose of Rotary. I think it's really important.
Absolutely.
So thank you. Thank you for that. That was great. Okay. I'm thinking about what you were saying. Oops, there we go. So we are going to go on to some birthdays. And even though I had a birthday in February, I don't even remember if we shared February birthdays. I don't feel like we did. So, okay. Bad on me. So let's start with Jeff. Anything you want to tell us about your birthday?
Nothing on the day itself. I mean, I just worked, I think. And then, but I always delay my birthday. And so I went up to Bend, Oregon with my girls, and we went up skiing for a week, and it was wonderful. Fantastic. That's it.
Thank you. That's nice. I spent my birthday morning with you all, and then and raised some money and had dinner with my sister and my niece and drinks at the Griffin, and we had a good time. It was nice. And then I Zoomed with my nieces and nephew and my mom and my brother and sister the next day. And that was hilarious. It's like a 2.5-hour Zoom. It takes that long for everyone to get a word in. Anyway, so that was me. Ray, how about you?
46 isn't a real birthday, so I didn't really do anything.
I don't know. I heard you found a bunch of shoes and donated them.
You know, it's funny that you say that because I think it was 46 pairs of shoes that I dropped off.
Wow.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. How was
So
that?
that's what I did for my birthday. I dropped off a lot of shoes.
There you go. Awesome. Thank you. And Charlie, I have you as having a birthday on March 1st. Is that true?
Not me. Mine's the 28th.
Of March?
Uh-huh.
Oh, well, then let's just, because this is what it said on our list, let's start with you. Any plans?
You know what? It would be wonderful if my husband could walk around the block. That would be an awesome birthday. Some of you may know he had spinal surgery recently.
Yeah.
Doing well.
Good.
Yeah. Thank you.
Good. That's so good. Yes. He'll be so much happier once he gets rehabbed with that. So that's good.
We all will be.
Yeah. Back pain is painful for everyone around. It's awful. Yes.
Indeed. And he's doing well. So it's all great.
Good. Thank you. And now I don't trust my list anymore, but I don't think Brian's here. I don't see Brian. I think he's doing somebody's taxes as we speak. So he's an essential worker right now. So we're gonna let him give him a pass. Is Tammy here today? Oh yeah, there you are, Tammy. We know you had your birthday. Tell us anything you want to share.
I decided not to really celebrate it because there wasn't much to do with COVID, but I did on my Facebook page ask everyone to share. It's just been a really rough year, for everyone with COVID. And then I had a hard breakup that's still difficult. And so I just asked everybody to share a memory of me or like a nice words. And I got lots of personal messages and lots of really funny memories that I don't remember from my childhood, like getting caught skinny dipping with a friend by their grandpa. And I don't know, just a lot of funny stuff and lots of really nice messages. And so I felt a lot better. And then over the weekend, I did travel by myself up to our, my family has a cabin on Capellas Beach up in Washington that I hadn't been to in a really long time. So I just went up there by myself and hung out, got caught in a hailstorm on the beach. It was kind of painful, but otherwise it was really beautiful. And that's what I did.
That's great. That's great. And I assume during that hailstorm, you did not combine that memory of skinny dipping with your birthday this year.
No, I did not. But what I told myself, because I've been trying different anti-aging things and some of them are painful. Like I went in for something at the dermatologist and I was like, this has got to be boosting my collagen on my face because it's so painful. There must be some sort of good thing that's coming out of this. So I did have a laugh at myself.
Yeah, nature will take care of that for you if you just put yourself in the right place.
Yeah. Oh, I did have one like really cool thing to share too. When I was in college, I was upset because the subdevelopment had like pushed a creek in front of our house and like blocked off the beach access. But there was all this European beach grass that was there. And I noticed this time, like, a decade or two later, there's all this beautiful nature or native scrub and all these native plants coming up through the dunes. And it was the creek getting pushed over that kind of restored all the native dune vegetation. So, and there was a bald eagle couple. And so that was good news too.
Oh, nice. Nice. All right, Craig, you also had a birthday.
I did last Friday, our meeting day last week. But yeah, started off good. Janice made my favorite cake. I get it once a year and I wait for that all year long. And then we actually went out to dinner at Jack's in Eureka. They had, they got tables spaced out and just switched back to dining in. So that's the first time dining in a year. So that was nice to do. So, good little thing to do, try to break out of this whole thing we're in slowly.
Yeah, that cake looked really good. I'm surprised some of us didn't just like randomly stop at your house that evening to see what you were up to. Now that I think about it, that would have been a great idea, but we didn't. Anyway, I think I don't see Matt here today. He's got a birthday coming up, and so do you, AJ. Is that correct?
Yeah, next Friday. Nothing big planned on Friday. So might have a barbecue over the weekend just to ring in the next year. So something quiet.
That's right. It's like spring, on the edge of spring. You're allowed to barbecue again. So yeah, absolutely. And I don't know, I don't see Brandy here, but I know she's got a birthday coming up too. So happy birthday to everybody. And we also
I have a picture of the cake, Craig's cake.
Oh yeah, no, it's really
pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Yep. And I also wanted to say again, thank you to Maggie for making your birthday a fundraiser. And there was a lot of great things that happened as a result of that. So yay.
Yay, yes. It was easy, and you guys all made it super easy by participating, so thank you. We have one anniversary. A lot of people don't think that getting married in February or March is a thing. So, but Ed, you have an anniversary. I see you here somewhere. I thought I did. There you are.
Hi, Maggie.
Hi.
Yeah, we had a pretty quiet time. We brought takeout from Larapin's and just enjoyed a quiet night.
And that's fine. Well, happy anniversary to you too. What year? How many years are you in for so far?
This was our double decade. 20.
Nice. Congrats. All right, we're going to jump into some district and club things, and we're going to start with our guest Cindy Denbo, who introduced herself already, but she's going to now tell us about this North Coast Ethics and Business Award thing. All right, Cindy.
All right, thank you, President Maggie. And by the way, just listening to your members and to Rotarian of the Month, Cam, what I'm going to say dovetails really, really nicely with the messages you've been giving out this morning. So perfect, thank you. You're doing great stuff here, I gotta say. And by the way, I gotta thank you and really acknowledge the work you're doing with the visuals, Maggie. This is very good. I really like it. Thank you. We struggle a little in my club with the visuals. So
yeah.
thank you.
Well, Cindy, I've told the club already, but I'll tell you, there were two things that I worried the most about becoming president. One was making sure I got to meetings on time. And I even moved to Arcata to make that easier. And the other was doing my slideshow every week. And now I feel so stupid that those were the two things I was worried about. And it takes a pandemic to put things into perspective, but I haven't had to go to one meeting this year so far. So, and I've not yet been late. So anyway, be careful what you worry about. It's always ridiculous.
Proving to be so. So thank you, Megan. I thank you for giving me, I'm looking forward to a solid 4 minutes of providing information to your club about the North Coast Ethics in Business Awards, which are a vision of DG Doug Johnson, who formed the District 5130 Business Ethics Committee at the beginning of his year. We have 6 members on the committee, and they represent the clubs of Santa Rosa, Windsor, Sonoma Valley, Petaluma Valley, and Southwest Eureka. The purpose is to recognize extraordinary ethical conduct of businesses and nonprofits in Northern California. So DG Doug developed this effort independently, but as it turns out, Rotary Club of Portland has been doing something similar for 15 years. In Oregon, it has grown into quite a big deal. So this project has good roots, and we're hoping that it has good legs. We're going to be recognizing Northern California businesses and nonprofits through this year's inaugural Business Awards. These awards are going to honor businesses and organizations that exemplify exceptional ethical business practices in the workplace, in the marketplace, in your communities. There's going to be 4 categories of recognition: large, medium, and small businesses, and a nonprofit organization. And the designation small, medium, and large is dependent on the number of employees that that organization has. Award recipients are going to be honored for going beyond expected standards in the ethical conduct of their organizations. And those receiving awards are going to be selected by a blue ribbon committee comprised of North Coast business leaders. So Rotarians and non-Rotarians are invited to nominate Rotarian and non-Rotarian businesses and nonprofit organizations for these awards. Customers, employees, friends, neighbors, any and all who know of organizations that incorporate extraordinary ethical behavior into their professional conduct. And I'm asking you to submit nominations. The awards will be presented at the district conference in Rohnert Park, October 9th this year, at the first North Coast Business Ethics Luncheon. And we're assuming, as I think so many of us are assuming, that this is going to be an in-person event in October. We do have a plan B, and that will be the magic of Zoom. But I think we're all just maybe kind of done with the magic of Zoom. So we are really, really, really hoping for an in-person event in October. The event is also going to feature the award of educational scholarships for the 2022 academic year for high school seniors. So as DG Doug says, we look forward to celebrating the good work that is being done and to offering students who are our future business and community leaders support in reaching their educational goals. So what we're asking you to do is to nominate businesses and nonprofits for this recognition. Encourage, facilitate scholarship nominees to apply. Consider sponsoring the event and the scholarship. This is a good promotional opportunity, by the way. We're going to have a lot of publicity and promotion over the entire district relative to the nominees, to our keynote speaker, to our honorees, and definitely for our sponsors. So we're hoping that your club, knowing that all of our Rotary Club's members include many whose organizations are doing every day. I know organizations represented in your club doing every day the thing that we are honoring. And I know that your Arcata Sunrise Rotarians know of others, Rotarian and non-Rotarian businesses and a nonprofit that are doing the same. So please do take a few minutes and nominate them. Go to North Coast Ethics and Business website, and that is northcoastethics.com, or to the district website, rotary5130.org/ethics. The deadlines for application are July 15th for high school scholarship applications and July 31st for business and nonprofit nomination. And with President Maggie's permission, I will send her a one-page summary of this information, and you can forward that to your members. Would that be okay, Maggie? Thank you. So I thank you for your time. As you may have noticed when I was reeling off the names of the Rotary clubs that are represented, I'm the only one representing the northern, what I call the northern North Coast sector of the district. So we have so many businesses and nonprofits to nominate and to celebrate. I'm really hoping that we will be well represented in this process. DG Doug says Rotary's core values are closely aligned with the consistent organizational practice of ethics in business. As Rotarians, we want to honor businesses that are doing things right and that embody the Rotarian values of public service, fairness, integrity, and community spirit. And I think Rotarian Cam expressed a number of those beliefs earlier. So thank you. Thank you, President Maggie. If you have time and there's a question, I'd be happy to answer it. If not, I just really appreciate being able to join you. Thank you.
Thank you, Cindy. We appreciate you being here and for the information. Does anyone have, we could take a couple, one or two questions, nothing philosophical, more factual based.
Thank you, Meg. Thank you for that, Mother.
We're not going to debate the methods, the merits of ethics in business, but does anyone have any questions for Cindy? I'll get the form that she's the information and I'll send it out to all of you, and you can please think about, we've got some great representatives even in our own club of businesses that could be nominated for this. So thank you for the opportunity, Cindy, and we'll do our best to represent North Coast, the North Coast.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, let's see where we are here. And just because I wanted you to know that we are putting the word out, Cindy's Club, Southwest Eureka, is having the best of the worst Bratwurst Dinner on March 25th. So this is something that if you are in the mood for that, there's the information. And I'm sure Ed will get this, put this information, but you can just go to their webpage, southwestrotary.org, and you will find all the information you need to do that. And then if you want to do something before that, Arcata Noon is doing their tri-tip dinner. And that you can also find at their webpage, arcadarotary.org. So there are plenty of opportunities to support other Rotary clubs and feed yourself at the same time. Ian, you want to tell us anything? I use this slide just because this is what Ian's fireside chats would look like if they were in person.
That's exactly what they would look like, Maggie. I would be standing back watching everybody do it. No, thanks for the opportunity to.
Oh, you muted yourself accidentally.
If you'll all check your chat right now, I just sent the sign up link for Firesides. They will be March 30th and 31st and April 1st. Dick Johnson caught the cue there and signed up for what could be the fictitiously best meeting on April Fool's Day. We'll see about that. I need your help, Dick. And in prep for the Firesides for members who haven't been with us long enough to know yet, Firesides are when the club gets together as a group with the incoming president and kind of does a opportunity, threats, weakness, strengths, and overall trying to understand what the direction of the club has been and where it's going. So it's a great opportunity to get involved in the planning and idea phase of the club. And if you haven't been participating yet, a great time to just hear how our brains work and hear the rotary gears turning in each of our heads. Quick comment, if I may, Maggie, on what I was doing last weekend. I spent the weekend on Zoom. Yay! Oh, wait. I got to say, Maggie, as our current president and leader, is an amazing Zoom host. Absolutely incredible. We had, I think the highest count I saw were 528 people on the district presidential-elect training sessions. And you know, Dustin and Barbara and and Howard and all the AGs were doing their best, but unfortunately Zoom had its way with no breakout rooms. So if you can imagine our chat scrolling with 500 odd comments at once for hours on end, it was a little hard to sort out where the ideas were. So I can say that folks from our district, from all clubs in our district, had pretty amazing things to contribute where I could catch them. So I'm really inspired by our district. I've got some big ideas, for better or worse. I'm going to drag you along with those ideas, and you can hear about it all at Firesides and give me your 2 cents. So thank you.
We're looking forward to it, Ian. It sounds great. And yes, thank you. Thank you for that. More to come from Ian. And do sign up for the Firesides. It's a great opportunity. especially now with us meeting like this, to be in a smaller group and have a chance to have a conversation, I think is something that we're not able to do weekly the same way. So it's a great opportunity. Thank you, Ian. Uh-oh. Well, this is good. This is not the slide I expected, but it's awesome slide. I want to point out I'm over here. Actually, I'm off screen, but who's up here? Who do we have up here, Lori?
We have Vanessa. Would everybody give a round of applause for Vanessa? Oh my goodness. In just 61 days, she got up to 300 miles. That's 4.9 miles every day. Absolutely incredible. Good job, Vanessa. And right on her tail is Romy with only 28 miles to go to get to that 300-mile mark. You two are amazing.
And so as I told you before, Ray's phone stopped tracking his miles, but he also got to 300 early, many, many, many days ago. I don't know, Ray, when did you do that? Anyway, he also got to 300.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Ray and Vanessa.
Good job, all three of you. The 200-mile, there are three of us that have got a little bit of ways to go. We've got Stephanie, myself, and Joyce. We can do it. Come on, we've got, what, 18 days, 19 days? In the 100-mile challenge, Scott is absolutely at the lead at 69 with Maggie, Chris, and Lisa at 63. Melinda, AJ, Rebecca, Sophia, you guys are incredible. Keep going. We're almost done. March 31st is the end.
Great, thank you. My phone and your phone don't match, but that's okay. I think maybe my phone goes out on private walks and it reports it to me, but doesn't report it to you. I don't know what's going on.
Send it to me, we'll count it.
It doesn't, yeah, it's funny though. I just don't understand. And I know that some people, this particular app doesn't work for you. So if we're going to do it again, we might, maybe we do something like any app in the storm, just count your miles and report them in. So thank you, Lori. Thank you, everybody. And if these people would just get out of the way, I'd be able to get closer. But anyway. Oops, something is odd here. Let me just, well, this is just to remind us about what could be happening, what will be happening soon when we all get our vaccines and we're able to get out and about. We'll all be there at the Rotary meetings and be able to even have meals together. So I'm looking forward to this. This is just a list of some of the things that are coming up so that you can put them on your calendars. And this is a reminder that we do have a board meeting next week, and I'll send out the link to that. So if people want to attend, you're able to do that. And I got to tell you, something odd happened, and I am in so much trouble because what happened that was so odd was that I had a slide here to introduce our district governor-elect, to have him talk to us a little bit about district governor-elect type stuff and district stuff, and his slide has disappeared. So Dustin, I'm gonna put $25 towards your Paul Harris as an apology. And I would like to have you now present to us if you still accept my invitation without a slide.
You know, if that's the case, yeah, we can do this every week and we can really rack this up. So I'm okay with that, but no, that's okay. That's the world we live in. And these are the kind of things that we deal with actually in person too. I'm not above missing a slide or two in any of my presentations at the Plaza Grill. So So, it's not that different here. Good morning. And just a few things, I guess. This is like for those of you who don't know, this is like the busiest time for the district governor-elect. It's when all of your planning and coordinating and training kind of all culminate into international assembly, pets, district training, and other just random meetings that you got to do to get ready to prepare for your year. So that's kind of the short and sweet of what I've been up to. Just to kind of go through it chronologically, back in February, I went to an international assembly, and by went to, I mean sat in my living room and clicked in. But it was really cool. International assembly, I think I've explained this before, is when all the governors and incoming governors from around the world get together, and around the world means around the world, get together to train in the same room and same place and get to collaborate and meet with each other and have some pretty intense training. It was 11 days and full of breakouts and sessions and speakers and coordinating. And it was really exciting and motivating. We introduced our new Rotary International theme for 2021-22, which is Serve to Change Lives. Shekhar Mehta out of India is going to be our international president. If you're not familiar with him, you can check him out on my Rotary, and he's an amazing guy. He's really, really passionate about service and engagement, and he's one of those people that just has a way of saying things and they resonate well. His phrases and the way he explains his pathway through Rotary is really relatable, and I'm really happy that I get to serve under him as a governor. So check him out and read what he has to say, and we'll be hearing a lot more about him in the year to come. But it was really inspiring, and it was a great experience. So going from IA, the next whopper was pets, and Ian explained a little bit about pets, and unfortunately there was a catastrophic tech breakdown. What happens is when you get over 500 people in pets, there's a different set of permissions that are involved, and unfortunately the people who are coordinating that that was just kind of missed, and it didn't work out the way we'd hoped, but that's okay. We still had good socials, and the Hawaiian social was fun on Saturday night, and I hope Ian had fun at that. And we're doing another President-elect Jamboree coming up, where our districts are going to get together and kind of mix up the PEs a little bit. So we'll do that, and hopefully it'll be fun. But I want to give a shout out to Howard, our AG, for being a part of that and putting all kinds of work into it, and being there for pets, and for Ian as well. I know we all know how much work Ian puts into what he does and how thorough he is, and I really want to acknowledge him for that. He is the man, and I'm looking forward to his year. And I want to give another shout out to Lori Breyer, who helped me put together something special for the president-elects, which was the slideshow that went out to all the clubs where they could give words of encouragement to the incoming presidents. I know when she was a lieutenant governor under Wolf during my PE year, she put together a series of plaques for all of us PEs. So when we walked into the hotel room, there's our picture and some cool little stuff about us. And I still have that plaque to this day. And I'd asked her, hey, can you do something similar to that for my PEs? Because that meant so much to me. And she did. She put it together and she got it out. So shout out, Lori. Thank you for that. That was awesome. Yes, sir. The heart is definitely where it's at. So, and then going forward, I just wanted to say a little bit about District Training Assembly, which is coming up on April 16th and April 17th. The night of the 16th is going to be a social with the speaker, John Blount. I don't know if you're all familiar with John Blount. He's a past district governor from our district and a past Rotary International director. And I've been fortunate to spend a little bit of time with him lately and get to know him better and chat back and forth. And he's a really great guy, and he's going to be speaking about moving forward into the hybrid world of the future and what that kind of means to us, pros and cons of that, and how clubs are going to be able to evolve around that. And it's going to be a really engaging speech Friday night. And then we're going to have breakout rooms. And what I mean by breakout rooms is wandering breakout rooms. Zoom has the ability to, if you have the updated Zoom, to go into we'll call it neutral area where you can see different breakout rooms labeled, and you can pick which one you go in and out of without actually having to be beamed in and out of the room. So it's a really cool feature, and we're going to get that set up for that evening. If we don't have more than, I don't know, 600 people there, I highly doubt it. But anyway, but that's what we're going for, and it should be really, really fun. And then Saturday morning, what we're focusing on is the 4 areas of focus in Rotary, which is increasing our impact, expanding our reach, enhancing participant engagement, and increasing our ability to adapt. Going forward, these 4 areas are really what we're looking to push our Rotary ideals and goals through. So it's really kind of a different approach that training is taking, rather than in the past when we've been focusing on specifically on membership or specifically on grants. This approach is kind of broadens that scope to where you're using these 4 areas to more or less enhance those elements and kind of do them in your own way. And then Vicki Pulitz, she's going to be speaking that morning too, and she's our incoming Rotary International Director for zones 26 and 27. If you haven't seen her speak, she's an amazing speaker, a really engaging woman, and has a lot of great things to say about Rotary. I've been able to have dinner with her when we met in person last year, and was it last year? Maybe it was 2 years ago now in Denver, when we could meet in person. And she's really great. So be there to check that out. And then in the afternoon, we are going to have just individual breakouts, kind of like we've had in the past. Those will have separate Zoom links, so you can actually find out more about grants or more about Rotary's new area of focus, which is the environment, or learn more about membership or public image. So that's what I've been up to, and that's what's coming up in the district. I also have some new additions behind me. I've got a plant up there and a plant over there. They're both alive for now. We'll see in a couple weeks if I remember to water them. Karen's clapping, I see that. And I have a new addition too. You can't really see it, but this is terrifying for intruders because it's sharp and I can throw. But it came in the package that the governors get from the international president, and it's a cube, a crystal cube with a shaker and his wife on one panel, and then me on the other panel. So it's a cool paperweight and little memento. And yes, intruders beware. So that's the addition. Oh, and I added a Howlin' Wolf CD collection. Howlin' Wolf is one of my favorite all-time musicians, and as actually specifically his guitar player, Hubert Sumblin, is one of my guitar idols. So he is in back now for the time being. So that's what's up with me, Maggie. That's my DG minute or so.
Dustin?
Yes, sir.
I want you to know Maggie did find the slide, so you can start talking now.
Oh, I can start. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, where's my mute button? All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dustin. Appreciate it. It's good to hear what's going on, and we're looking forward to your year and Ian's year. It's going to be just awesome, epic, as you would say.
Epic.
It's going to
yes.
be. So we've got some service and community things to report in on. Some of these things are not happening this weekend, so we'll hear more about them next week, but I want you to get them on your calendars. But of course, we have our backpack crew. I love this picture. You guys are hilarious. Thank you. And who do we have on next week?
Next week.
Do we know?
Next week is Romy.
It's me.
All right. It's
AJ.
AJ, you're right.
All right. Way to go, AJ. AJ, be sure to send us a photo so I can share it with everybody.
Okay, will do.
Thank you. Today's the last day to drop off any donations for this event at the Arcata City Hall. When I went over there and stood in front of the door looking for the phone number to call, somebody saw me and let me in. So they'll notice you if you stand there or out in front between 12 and 5.
And this event is a project of Equity Arcata. Really, when we learned that students would come to this community and sometimes not feel welcome and comfortable, it was a decision to do. It started with potlucks, just the whole community welcoming our students, often focused on students of color, and because of COVID, we just had to adapt, and we give them a meal and a bag of stuff. But the most important thing we give them is the message that we're thankful that they're here, and we want them to know that they're an incredibly valued part of our community.
Right, thank you, Romy. And this next one is highway cleanup is scheduled for March 20th. I found this picture, I think, on our webpage. These are the olden days, but hopefully we'll have good weather and we'll have a good crew out there. There's a sign up genius already out there, so please take a look at it and sign up for your pod of, I guess it's two people per, and they have a system set up, so it's going to run really smoothly. We've delayed the hands-on project at Jacoby Creek School until the 21st. So just so if you sign up for that, please make a adjustment to your life's plans to make it the 21st. And Sarah said she'll be, she got a donation and she'll be purchasing some plants. Those of you who signed up to donate plants, please still do that. But hopefully with the donation she got, she'll be able to get what they need. If anyone has access to a chipper, we need a chipper. So that's happening. There'll be more on that next week. There's also a Gofundme campaign. There'll be more on this next week, that they're working to develop put a bench on the campus there in memory of Bev Welch. So there's more information on that link, and you'll hear more from Sarah next week on that as well. We'd like to get a short scholarship committee update. It's that time of year, Brian.
It is that time of year. Thanks, Maggie. And this year, because we have several members of our committee who actually have kids that are in this grade, we're going to be looking for some more volunteers from the club to help fill in. You know, we want to have at least 5 to 7 members on this committee to evaluate. So even if you aren't on our committee, if you're interested in, I think, participating in one of the most satisfying and fun things that we do as Rotarians, get to meet some phenomenal kids and give them money, please let Maggie or myself know, and we'll be happy to get you signed up. We're going to do something a little bit different this year. We've always had a mission to target vocational oriented kids, but then we hand them this application that is very academically oriented and intimidating, and we have not had a lot of success attracting more vocationally oriented kids to our program. So this year we're going to be experimenting with an alternative application process that's a little less formal, backed up by some teacher evaluations, and hopefully find some kids that may not be on a traditional college path, but still can become great leaders and business leaders in the community because of their vocational skills and passions. So really look forward to seeing how this works out. And please, would love to have 2 or 3 more people participate in the committee this year as we're selecting our winners.
Thank you, Brian. I'd love to participate in that this year. And I just want to mention that this is an example of how to look at equity in what we do. Because if you want to provide scholarships to any and all students who would qualify, you have to make sure the application process doesn't in itself rule out people or make it difficult for people regardless of the situation. So it's an example of looking at how our systems create inequities and not really even realizing it. So I like to find solid examples, because when we do all that rhetoric and talk about diversity and equity and what we're supposed to do, sometimes it's hard to find, okay, but what does that look like? And this is a great example of what that can look like. So thank you for leading that charge, Brian. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
And I don't know if Brandon is here today. We don't have a lot of time left to talk about this, but I'm looking.
Yeah,
so,
I'm here.
Oh, here, Brandon. So I just want to point out to everybody that if you golf, you know that this slide is really an abomination, because nobody uses that club or a tee when they're that close, except for maybe me, when they're that close to the hole. But nevertheless, hopefully people who golf won't do this on a regular basis. Do we have any updates that you can share? And bear in mind, we're getting close to the end of the hour, and I will give you much more time next week.
Oh, you're fine. I'll make it quick. Maggie, obviously you didn't participate in golf in the last tournament because we were doing this kind of stuff. We were having fun. So yes, it's still going to be a fun tournament. The downside this year is Travis at Beaupre is not as open and available. And I don't necessarily know the specific date. I think Dustin and Melinda know. I probably have it on my phone, but we're probably looking more towards August. That's just the only downside of this one, which is basically the same time it happened last year. So we're trying to get it a little earlier, but he's just booked up. We asked him about earlier this year in the spring and in the summer, but it just didn't work out. So that's really our biggest update right now. So a lot of this will be pushed off for a couple more months, but we are going to start having committee meetings and just get going.
That's fine. That's good. It'll work.
It'll work. Yep.
Great. So let us know as soon as you have a date, and we'll start getting the party planning started. And August will be great. That will be a great time anyway. That will be wonderful. Awesome.
Sounds good. Yeah. Let me see. I'm looking for the date now.
Okay. If you have it, then you can let us know. Meanwhile, are all of you hearing that echo, or is it just happening in my head? Guess it's just happening in my head. Well, you know, at least I'm only hearing one voice echo at a time. If I start to hear multiple voices, I get worried. So we have a raffle, do we?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
And, thanks to Charlie Murphy, she sent me a little app thing that lets us do something that's a little more entertaining. So all I have to do is hold this up and tap.
Oh, this is so cool.
The winner is.
I'm going to pin that so.
It even cheers for us too. So it's Brian Plumley. Let's see what you got. And today the pot is at $40. $5 I'll pay you through Venmo. And we have one more. And Tom. So let's see. Ooh, $5 and $1 on the table. We'll just do the $5. And I'll pay you both through Venmo. Thank you guys for playing.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Awesome. All right. Well, this is euros, or these are euros. And that we all know that that's what they use in Europe. And so I thought I would share with you a picture of the Eiffel Tower from the top, or almost not quite the top, of Notre Dame. And back in the days when you can go there and do that, she says longingly. And I just want to remind you all to change your clocks this weekend. If it doesn't do it automatically, I found a clock that does not change automatically. And I wish you all a great weekend. Whoa, it's magic. So everyone, have a great weekend. Enjoy the next day of sun, and it will be good to see you next week. Don't forget the board meeting is on Tuesday. I'll send out the link. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Maggie.